Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel, and this is my first official video, like a proper video. Reason for me to make this video is I want to share my experience on my first interview with Indigo and how I cracked it. There has been a lot of DMs in my Instagram account and everywhere that how I cracked it and various information about it. So just to help you all with all the information and how I did it, I'm making this video. So it has been a year of me with Indigo, and I thought that sharing my experience would help out a lot of you aspiring cabin crew, and that is the reason I'm making this video, solely for that purpose, so that it my experience, the way I felt, what I did, how I prepared myself for the interview, that can help all the aspiring. So the story is like when I applied, I was doing my MBA, and I didn't have any such plan to become a cabin crew, but I have always been a person who loves traveling and has been into traveling. So one of my friend was going for it, and I thought, let's why not try it? And I thought, let's apply for it, and I applied. So when you apply, first make sure to be very sure that you don't get rejected in your first interview round, or don't get rejected in the first place. Only few points, these are the few points which would help you out. First, make sure you are an Indian passport holder, that is, you have Indian passport, Aadhaar card or PAN card. Secondly, make sure your height is minimum of 155 centimeter and your BMI is proportionate to your weight. Next thing you must make sure is that your eye visibility should be perfect. So I have specs, and if you don't have correct eye visibility, make sure you wear contact lenses so that it makes easier for you to you know go through the medical rounds, because there are going to be rounds where you would be told to read out words, numbers, letters. So in that case, they are going to look after the fact that your eyesight is correct, it's perfect. So to make sure of that, you need to wear contact lenses or have a perfect eyesight. Another thing you should make sure is that you don't have any tattoo in any visible part of your body. So when you are wearing Indigo uniform, or be it any other airline uniform, make sure whatever tattoo you have in your body, it shouldn't be visible in the uniform. And last but not the least is that your English should be perfect. I mean, the communication, uh, your communication in English and Hindi should be really good. So the reason I'm saying this is why the company was recruiting you wants your English or Hindi to be perfect, because there are a lot of passengers who are going to come on board who won't know Hindi. That's our original language. Who won't know Hindi. There are going to be a lot of foreign passengers, and interacting with them in English would be really important. And if you won't understand or make yourself clear to the person, the passenger in front of you, then the main criteria of recruiting you you know won't be justified. That is the only reason these companies want you to be perfect in English, so that you can understand what the passenger or the customer of the company is actually trying to tell you, or you to actually communicate with that person, that whatever solution or whatever reciprocation you want to have with that person, for that sole reason. The thing is that why the company wants your height to be 155 and not 153, or not 150, or maybe not 154. If it's even a centimeter below 155, then the company is not going to recruit you. The only reason being is, although the safety equipments and many other equipments are kept at a a certain level or a certain place where you'll have to reach that place within a fraction of second because of any certain emergency or anything, because of which the company wants you to be of that certain age, that certain height, so that you can grab the equipment very easily, quite easily and fast. Another reason being the overhead bins are at a certain height, so to close the overhead bins you need to be of that height. That is the only reason. The reason why company wants you to be an Indian passport holder is basically these domestic airline companies, they don't provide you any accommodation or meal. So what happens when you are recruited or hired by the company, for the first 15 days, I mean for my airline, which is Indgo, for first 15 days Indigo provides you an accommodation during the training period, during which you need to search for your own accommodation. After that, the company doesn't provide you anything with meals or any place to stay. That is the only sole reason you need to be an Indian passport holder, so that it makes it easier for you to find a place, as well as with the currency it becomes easier for you to accommodate in the country. That is the only reason. So now I would like to come to the point where I would like to share that how I prepared myself for Indgo interview. I was very nervous, quite nervous for this, but then I had to do it because I love to travel, I love to go around places, love to interact with people around. So make sure you should work on few common questions that Indgo asks. I would like to share that also in some of my next video. Do let me know if you want to know about this first. So let me just continue with the experience and how I went through the interview. I would like to share that much in this video as of now. So firstly, I worked a bit on my communication, because no matter how good your in your communication skills, when you go in front of the HR, the interviewer, it really becomes it makes you a little bit of nervous. It gives you a lot of nervousness, that what to tell, what to do. You just go a bit of blank. So it's very important for you to prepare yourself up for that. Just going through some common questions that are being asked repetitively, as well as practicing a bit with yourself. So I did that myself, just to get a hinge of what is going to happen with me in the interview, just to prepare myself for whatever was going to happen. Secondly, and most importantly, I ate healthy. Any which ways, I like to have mostly healthy foods. Sometimes I just have cheat on my diet, but when it comes to weight, India is very strict about weight and height. So for that reason, I had to work a bit on my diet, eat healthy for a few days. So finally, when the day of interview came, my interview was scheduled at 9 o'clock, and I reached the location sharp at 8:55, wherever it was scheduled. So I gave my interview in Chandigarh, because I was doing my MBA in Chandigarh over there. So that was my nearest location. Whatever be your nearest location, you can apply for that place. Depends on the recruitment process going on there. When I entered, I saw so many pretty girls, so many girls were there waiting to give their dream job interview. It was scary, very scary for me. I was very nervous, scared, but I didn't want that to come on me. So, but that show on my face actually. But any which ways, I was very scared. I was very nervous to see so many pretty girls standing there waiting for their interview and everything. I was really scared to know, scared to even think that how am I supposed to crack the interview. But then I was like, no, Ahana, calm yourself down. You have come till here, you have prepared yourself well, it's okay, you'll do it. So the first round was like there was an HR who was sitting in a separate room, and they randomly called 4 girls. so I couldn't go in the first lot. Then I thought that I'll go for the second lot of girls who were going, because I couldn't keep myself calm. I just wanted to give the interview and see what were the results and everything around. So I for on the second lot of with the second lot of girls, I went along with them. I entered the interview. It was a very tense moment for me. Oh God, I can't even tell you. So in the first round, the HR asked each girl individual questions, one each, and we had to say something about it for a minute. And after that, we were told that you can leave the room and wait for our results. So it was half an hour, and after half an hour, we were told to go for the second round. So the girls whose names were taken, we understood that we have gone through the first round and we have entered the second round. And the second round, it was medical round. So the medical round, they were actually checking our height, weight, and everything, if there is any scar in our body. So if you have any scar, like in your forehead or in your body, they were going to check that. And if in case it's very visible in the uniform or in any form, then they were directly rejecting the or telling them that you should cover it or conceal it if it's possible. Otherwise, they were directly rejecting it, because scars or any kind of marks other than birthmarks, obviously, it's not allowed. Even they were checking our eyesight, color correction, like if we are colorblind or not. So they were checking all of those things. So the first round was like there was an HR who was sitting in a separate room, and they randomly called 4 girls. So I couldn't go in the first lot. Then I thought that I'll go for the second lot of girls who were going, because I couldn't keep myself calm. I just wanted to give the interview and see what were the results and everything around. So I for on the second lot of with the second lot of girls, I went along with them. I entered the interview. It was a very tense moment for me. Oh God, I can't even tell you. So in the first round, the HR asked each girl individual questions, one each, and we had to say something about it for a minute. And after that, we were told that you can leave the room and wait for our results. So it was half an hour, and after half an hour, we were told to go for the second round. So the girls whose names were taken, we understood that we have gone through the first round and we have entered the second round. And the second round, it was medical round. So the medical round, they were actually checking our height, weight, and everything, if there is any scar in our body. So if you have any scar, like in your forehead or in your body, they were going to check that. And if in case it's very visible in the uniform or in any form, then they were directly rejecting the or telling them that you should cover it or conceal it if it's possible. Otherwise, they were directly rejecting it, because scars or any kind of marks other than birthmarks, obviously, it's not allowed. Even they were checking our eyesight, color correction, like if we are colorblind or not. So they were checking all of those things. Few of the girls got rejected in that, and the ones who got rejected were told that we'll let you know. So they didn't reject anyone that you are rejected. So the ones who were processed for the next round were told to stay back, and the ones who were rejected were told that we will let you know for the next round. So I was told that I was told to wait for the next round. So I waited. And the third round, there was another HR, and there was a group discussion where she gave us a topic, and four girls again each. Four girls were called for each lot, and we had to discuss about that topic. Again, once that round was completed for our lot, they told us to wait outside, and told few of us I was one of them, to stay back, and the rest will be informed. The fourth round, it was where they were checking our pronunciation, correct places where we need to be corrected or not, and everything. So that was a person who was very proficient in English. She was not an HR, but she was very proficient in English, and she was sitting in front of us where we were given a topic and we had to speak about it. And she was typing something and she was noting down something about it. So I was really scared, but I couldn't show that on my face. Throughout the interview, I behaved, I was very normal. I was not nervous or anything, but I was very nervous from inside because I had to do this. I had to crack this interview. I prepared a lot for this. I prepared a lot for this interview, so I wanted to get through it for the first time. So this fourth round was the last round, and in this also they told few of us to stay back, and rest of them, they would be obviously informed through mail or call. So 8 girls were told they were among around 200 to 50 girls were there, and only 8 girls were told to stay back. And I was like, oh my god, what is going to happen? So among these 8 girls, 4 girls were held back. They were correct. So the person who was taking on the fourth round, the person who was taking our that English communication and everything, she pointed some mistakes on the other 4 girls, and they held them back. So they were trained for 2 months, and the rest 4 of us were directly selected. So we'll directly go for the training. The other 4 went for English training, not for the direct cabin crew training, but for English training, which will help for 2 months to make sure they are much better when they come for the training. When I got selected, I was so shocked. Oh my god, I was so shocked. It was expected I could do it, but amongst 250 girls, 4 girls getting selected, and I was one of them. In the first attempt, I was so happy, so happy. I couldn't even express. I always wanted to be a part with Indgo. So I was really happy, and this was my first interview experience with any airline. If you want to know more such information or informative video, do let me know. I would like to share much more about what were the questions that were asked in interview, what did we do, and what were the questions, how I replied back, what were the questions and everything. I would like to discuss in detail about all of this. So if you want to know about that, do let me know in the comments below. Thank you. Bye. Those of you wanted to know what are the criteria to be a part of cabin crew. First, you need to be 155 centimeter, and your height should be proportional to your weight. Your eyesight should be clear, and if your eyesight is not clear, then you can wear contact lenses. Make sure you have strong communication skills in English and Hindi. Make sure there is no visible tattoo, and make sure you're an Indian passport holder. If you want to know more such information, do let me know in the comments.